Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm having a conversation with lawyer John Baptist Ayedze, whose story I heard, and I think it's very inspiring and it will go a long way to motivate someone out there to always follow their dreams and see to it that they come into fruition. Hello, lawyer.
Hi,
Good to have you.
same here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming since we said we're going to have this conversation. So
Yes.
let's just go straight to the point and talk about it. Please just tell us about your early beginnings, where you were born, and just tell us about your background, and then we can take it from there.
Okay, my name is John. In fact, when I tell people that there's Baptist attached to my name, they don't even believe it, but John Baptist Ayedze. So I was born somewhere around the borderline between Ghana and Togo.
Okay.
So I did my basic school when I was with my mother, that's in Togo. So because of that, I speak French very fluently.
Okay.
Just like
So your
someone-
mother was in Togo.
Yes. So I did.
Your daddy was in Ghana.
I didn't really stay with him as in. So, in fact, I've never stayed with him. So just see him briefly and all that, and then he passed along the line. So really didn't have any, much connection
With his father.
Yes, the father. So that is it, and so I did my basic school there, as I was saying, and then along the line things became a bit difficult, so I had to drop out.
You dropped out at which level?
At the over there at the secondary stage, getting to the secondary stage, so I dropped out. But even before then, it wasn't really as should I say fluid as it would be. Like you go to school 1 year, another year you don't have school fees, so you have to stay home. So it wasn't really like progressive as it should be and all that.
Okay. So at what point did you decide to come to Accra? What necessitated all of that movement?
Yeah, that was very interesting. So before I can answer that one, it will be very interesting to add another layer to it. At a point, in fact, I didn't even have a place to stay. Right? So I
While
found-
you were in Togo,
yes. So I found
border.
myself on the streets, yes, and all that. And one day I met a pastor. All right. So he was passing, was talking. He said, "No, you sound well. So why are you not in school and all those things?" I said, "Well, these are some of the situations. In fact, I don't even have a place to stay and all that." He said, "Okay, I have a church, so you can come and stay at the church if you like." And we are talking about church in a village, not those 5-star, hotel churches that we have,
Right.
like those village
Churches.
village churches.
Okay, so in essence, what you're saying is, whilst you were staying somewhere along the border of Ghana, Togo,
yeah.
you were in basic school, but then you dropped off.
Yes.
Things were quite hard. You were in between staying on the street and all of that. Then you met a man of God who opted for you to come and join his church.
Yes,
Or
come and stay
stay.
at his church. Yes.
So
Because
you-
at that point, I needed a place to stay.
So come and sleep in the church.
Yes, come and sleep in the church. I have a church that you can come and sleep.
Okay, and
So-
your daddy was not in the picture. Your mommy was.
No. That's for that he wasn't.
And your mommy was also
Yeah,
not
so-
so much able to take care of you.
somewhere along the line, I even lost touch with her. So at the point, I wasn't too sure. I didn't even know where she was. and
She
all
was.
that. So that's how I got in touch with, or I got contact with piano.
So
With
if
the
you can-
piano.
okay.
Yes. So with the piano.
Okay.
Because you sleep in the church, there's piano there. The church and the piano. So that's how I started, playing small, and then trying, all that. Good. So with time, I became good at it, and there was a program.
So you learned how to play the piano by yourself,
Yes, mostly by myself.
by staying in the church. And
Yes, and the piano
was
is there.
So,
So
yes.
you just like, and at times, because I'm very eager, when I want to do something, like I will push through. So I could be passing, and when I hear someone playing the piano, I'll go and knock at the door, and then talk to the person, and then maybe look and learn one or two things, and then go. So it was something like that. So then I got to know how to play the piano. And there's a Christian program being organized by a youth program that I wasn't really part of the program, but because they knew that I played the piano, they asked me if I could come. It was like a camp,
So like a crusade.
a crusade, if you like. So like you go, I think I don't know whether it's 5 days or 4 days. Like you go somewhere, you stay there for all the days. And then the guest speaker that they invited was coming from Accra, and then he was a lecturer at Legon. Good. So when he came, I was the one playing the piano. So he took interest in the way I was playing the piano. And again, he approached me, like we spoke, to say, "Oh, what do you do?" and all those things. I said, "Well, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here." He said, "Okay, you know what? I have a group on campus, Legon, and if you are not doing anything, you're interested, you can come and stay with me. I have boys' quarters. I live on campus. I have a boys' quarters, and then you can help the music group. It's a student group, and so you can help them with the music, more or less like a music director or the pianist,
Okay.
whichever would want to. Good. So that's how come I came to
Accra.
Accra. Yes, in 2004. I still remember. Yes. I
So you
Accra in
came to
2004.
Accra to come and help a music group on campus.
Yes.
You had dropped out of school.
Yes.
You speak perfectly French, but
Yes.
not so much good English.
Yes.
And you speak ever too, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes. I
Right.
do.
Let's go.
Good. So then I came and then stayed with him. You know, one interesting thing about staying in Legon campus is that everyone around you is a student, except you. Yes. So I'm dealing with students throughout.
Right. So how old were you? Were you like the age of those students at that time?
Yes, that was in 2004. Yes, I was like at that age where I should be.
You should be in university.
Yes, should be in university. So, and then I remember one of them told me that, John, the way you talk, you can be, you too, you can start this student thing. And interestingly, the person who brought me was more interested in me focusing on the piano side than the academic side. But I thought that I could do more than just the piano side, because I thought that I could explore. So I took interest in that, and then they asked me, okay. So then I started researching on that. Okay, if I want to go to university, what do I have to do? Then I was told that, okay, secondary school, have you been to secondary school? I said, no, I don't. I've not been to any secondary school. And then I met a friend, George Brenya. He kind of went through similar process. Right? Then he told me that, you know what, that's when I got to Impact Projects, where I was playing piano for them. Then he told me I could do a remedial. In fact, he was even advising me to go through the 3 years, so that at least I could understand the process. Because you can't just come, you don't do no secondary school, no basic school, even
You go to junior high school,
nothing.
no BECE, no WASCCE.
No,
Then you want to go
nothing.
to university.
University. So he thought that no, I should go, at least I should go through the 3 year at the secondary school before I get to the university. But so I thought at that time I was old. So
You were old.
I said,
Like,
3 years, 3 years. No. I said no, I can't do that. So I decided that, you know what, let me go through the remedial. The remedial was like somewhere like a year, if you like.
A year.
Yeah, it
You
was even less
don't
than
have
a year.
BECE, you don't have WASCCE. You want
Yes.
to do remedial for 1 year.
Yes.
Then go to
remedial.
university.
Yes. And the interesting part is that when I started the remedial, I couldn't be finished. So the remedial, I went like maybe 6 months or so.
Where was that?
I did at preset.
Preset test.
Yes.
Right here in Accra.
Yes. In fact, the owner called me last time to work on a case for him.
Oh.
So I remember when he sent me there, we went together, and then the fee, I didn't even have money there. And because I was in Impact, and then I met another person, Pastor Nathan Anobi.
Our pastor currently.
Yes. So then he was doing some work with Tigo and all that. So at that point, they were selling. They needed people to help them sell scratch card. Those days when we used scratch card and all those things. For the project was just for 1 month at the airport. So I remember we came to rehearsal. When I raised my hand, and then And then he chose me that okay, I should come. So we started that project for going to the airport, selling scratch card and all those things. And
You mean what people call unit credit?
yes, yes.
So at that time, it was like a hot job. More like, I mean, selling credit.
Yeah. So it has really helped me because that's the money that I took as, if you like a seed money. So when I went to the for the remedial, I didn't have anything. Then I've saved all the money that I did for that project. I didn't even touch anything. I've saved it, and then they gave me the price. I can't remember how much it was, but what I had then wasn't close to what they wanted. And then the guy said that.
Which school did you go for the remedial this time?
No, I'm talking about preset.
Still at preset?
Yeah, I'm talking about preset.
Okay.
So then the guy said, well, we are very sorry because that's it. At least you have to make this deposit before you can start, but you seem not to have it. And then he looked at me again. He said, I feel that you are determined, you want to do it, so I will take a chance on you. We don't do it, but I'll allow you to do it, and don't disappoint me. So I'll take the money, even though it's not allowed. And then I hope that you'll be able to pay out before you write the exam. So that's how I paid the money.
To start the remedial class?
Yes, to start the remedial class.
For 1 year?
Yes, for 1 year. So I'll tell you that I didn't finish because getting close to maybe in the middle of the program, I noticed that I had two choices to make. Either I stay on with the program and I'll not be able to pay the fees, the school couldn't register me, or I should just stop and go and work and go and look for money so that I'll not be able to go through the program, yet I'll be registered to write the exam. So I decided to take
So you're registered, then you went out?
Yeah, so I decided not to stop the classes and go and look for money, right? Because I was thinking about the man as well. I didn't want to disappoint him. So then I decided to just stop. And then what I was doing then, I thought a while French, and then I was teaching piano to, houses and all.
So you were using your skill to now make money?
Exactly.
The piano that you learned how to play way back in the village,
yes.
And then the French you learned whilst you were in basic school.
Yes.
You are not teaching people how to speak it.
And then that's how I was getting the money, so to come and pay. And again, I met two beautiful twins, Aquile and Akoko. Those days, they were staying on campus, and I met them. They finished secondary school. They come to university first year, so they really helped me. In fact, they brought all the books. The secondary, they just came fresh from secondary school,
and they are in the university.
They are in university first year.
And so they were playing on campus.
Yes, I was playing. They were singing. They sing very well. They are with LIC. They are very
right now.
Very beautiful people. Yes, so they really helped me. They encouraged me. John, you can do it. You can
so they brought you their high school books.
Books, plenty. They brought all of them, and I was fortunate to meet Professor Ojo Free as well. It's unfortunate he just passed on. His funeral is just this Saturday. And the wife then was assistant head mistress in one of the schools. So I was going to her house, and then she was helping me with the English.
She was teaching you how to speak English properly.
Yes, she was teaching me how to speak English properly. But even before I started the remedial, what I did is that I took time. I told myself that, okay, for the next 2 years, I want to go to remedial. I want to go and learn. I want to go back to school. So I bought a lot of books. So for 2 years, before I started the school, I've intentionally worked on myself. As in buy books, read. When I'm watching movie, I'm listening to the English. I'm not
how they pronounce words.
How they pronounce words. I'm reading for the whole year. When I wake up, I'm just reading. That's all I.
That you are reading or you are watching an English movie.
Yes, purposefully to learn. The purpose was to learn and then to improve in my language.
To enjoy.
No. I wasn't even interested up to now. I'm not even interested
in movies.
No, I'm not interested. So that was the process. And then you see what happened is that, and this is still relevant now. A lot of people will help you when they see that you are focused, because most people want to be part of a success story. So when they saw my commitment, and I don't play with everything that I do up to now. If I want to do it, I'll do it. I'll
I'm a
get it done.
testimony. I mean, I know that.
Good. I mean, they could see that I'm very serious about it. You give me time. Oh, John, come to my house today. Come at 3 p.m. so that we'll go through English. By 2, I'm there. And not only there, because I don't believe in too much of free thing. All right. She won't ask me to pay. But what I was doing that, I will come very early, clean the house, wash the car, like do things that should be done.
Serve them.
Yes.
So that's how you're paying in kind.
Yes. In my own way of doing. Up to now, we are very close. And his children, we are like, he calls me a brother from another mother.
Wow.
Yes. So, and when she saw all this commitment, and she said, well, mean that you are very serious. So I remember even at a point when she's having a text for a class, she will invite me. I'll go and just to meet her, I'll go and sit down and write the text.
But you're not a student.
No, I wasn't a student.
You're just going to write it.
Yes, just go and sit down and write the text. Then she'll assess me and all those things. So she helped me with the English side because at that side, she was just doing the English. Good. So and that's another thing, and I still tell my students, your selection of, when you are writing an exam, your selection of even questions is part of the exam. Good. So the other thing that I did is that I was very careful in selecting the subject that I want to write. So I selected something like French.
Because you are good there.
Yes. I selected something like governance because by then I was following, current affairs and all those things. And then I selected something like religion. No, I think religious studies was core. There's another elective that I took. Yes, religious. Is it
Christian religious studies?
Yes.
CRS.
Yes. Because I thought that those ones.
So that's what you chose for your remedial.
Yes.
Plus the core subjects.
Because I thought that these ones I'll be able to manage them. So God being so good, I went to write the exam.
You studied for 1 year?
Yes.
Remedial school?
Yes. 1 year if you want to officially.
Yeah.
Yes. But the classes
less than
For the classes that are remedial, I attended less than 6 months. I told you I have to drop
you
out.
have to stop.
Okay. It's like drop out has been part of my life for a while. so then I went to write the exam, and the results were good. Obviously, I got A. The only A I got is French.
And the rest, you managed a B, C.
B, C, B. The results were not bad.
They are admittable into university.
Yes, they are admittable into university. So the next stage is to go to university. Then I chose political science at Legon.
You didn't choose French this time?
No.
Like, okay, French, I know you know.
I didn't. And then French, one of the reasons why I didn't even choose French is that French was like 5 years. I don't have that time.
5 years to study French?
Yes. They're gone. You study, they called something a year abroad.
Oh, yeah.
So when I add everything, it's 5 years. I didn't have time. No! When I was going to the school, I was too old. Some even thought I was a lecturer. If I was a lecturer, I was doing my master's.
So you chose political science?
Yeah, I chose
at the University of Ghana?
Yeah, so I took political science, linguistics, and then information studies. So I dropped the 2, and then I ended up with political science. Yes, I majored in political science. So all along, I was working.
So you got admission?
Yeah, I got admission. Yes, wow. I got admission and then started there.
At the University of Ghana?
Yes, at the University of Ghana. So then I was, still teaching.
But you didn't go back to pay the people?
Which people?
The preset people.
I paid. Man, there's no way they would have allowed me to finish the program without paying them. I paid.
Okay.
I'm full. Thinking about it, maybe they are even owing me. So okay. Yes. So then the 3 years when I was at Legon, then I was still working.
What were you doing?
So one, I was teaching piano. At a school, a Coron side is a bilingual school. Again, Pastor Nathan helped me because his children were there, and then so he connected me to someone Misegebo, a very good friend up to now. So that school, I still teach there up to now.
You teach French there.
No. Piano.
Piano.
Yes, I
Right.
teach piano there. And so I was teaching piano there. And then along there, I was teaching piano in the house. And you know, and there are some people that you teach them, they look at you and they look at how I always want to do things a bit different. All right. And then I attach a lot of seriousness. So I was teaching one of the he's a partner. She's a partner at PWC. Yes. So I was teaching her daughter, and she took interest in their conversation. And I said, okay. So I was given opportunity to apply the PWC, and then because I didn't finish the school at that time, I was still in school and still working with the
At the University of Ghana.
yes, and still working with PWC. So
You hadn't even finished.
no, I hadn't finished.
But because this woman saw your seriousness in
Yes.
teaching their daughter music,
Yes.
you applied there and you were taking
Yeah, I was taking
without a
so,
degree.
yes. So I was not like maybe a full time then because I didn't even have a degree then, but I was taking like internship. I don't know. You can look at it like
Like an
internship or something, but like so I was absorbed into
And
the
we're
process.
paying you.
Yes, they were paying me good money.
Oh, wow. Charlie, God has been good to you. It's
Yes.
like God is speeding everything up for you
Exactly.
for all the time lost.
Yes. So then I was doing it alongside. That's when I decided to do even the ACCA that I couldn't finish up to now. I don't know if I will
So
ever
because you
finish
were there, you opted to go and do
Yeah,
ACCA.
opted to go and do because it's a requirement there.
Okay. To be
Yeah,
an accountant.
Yeah,
chartered
yeah,
accountant.
yeah. You should be chartered accountant. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. So I tried. It didn't work.
You dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out. It didn't work.
There's no interest.
It didn't. I couldn't. I'm not too good with math, like numbers, figures.
But because you thought you were a serious person, you could attach.
Yes, but even I think if I want to do it,
You
I'll
could have
do
done
it.
it.
Yes, even now. So now, if I say I have one friend that he's a lawyer too, and he's a partner, he always been telling me that I can still do it, but well, I don't know. It. So,
Interesting.
yes. So then we're there, and then something happened. I have to stop working there, and I came home. All right. So I needed a job. I went through to look for a job. I couldn't get a job. Then I sat down and asked myself, which profession can I do that I wouldn't have to go looking for a job? People will come for
Pay me.
yes. It's like you have so much that you have to pay. So then the only thing that stood up for me was law.
I'll be there and the people will come with problems.
Yes. So the law came up, and of course, the law was something that I think I could do based on my background, and so I thought I could do that. So good. And then I've observed as well that when you wake up in the morning till you go to bed, everything is legal. It's law. Right now you are here because something occupies liability. If you go and visit someone, what are your risks? What are the duty that I owe you? So everything is law. When something happens here, so there are category that you fall under. You are an invitee, you're a trespasser, are you a licensee, and all those things. So I said no. Then let me try this law. So and then again I took 1 year to save for the school fees.
For the law school.
Yes, for the law school, because I don't want to be in class and be thinking about school
You are very
fees.
pragmatic.
I'm realist, like real. I don't want to, of course, I'm a Christian, have faith, but as much as possible,
So
I
you're
want to
like,
be sure.
next year I'll go to law school. Let me start
Okay, so-
saving today.
Yes. So I took 1 year off just to save. They say when I save money to go to the so
Well, maybe also.
yes. So I asked for the fee and everything, and then I've been able to save the fee. So I had my first fee before.
First year fee.
Yes, before I started the program. So that I say, okay, the plan is when I'm in school, then I'll be thinking about next year. I'll not be thinking about this year. I'll rather be thinking about next year. So that's how come I started then I started the law.
Where did you study law?
Yeah, I did it at UPSA. Interesting.
Right.
So that was a 3-year program that I did.
So whilst you were doing the law, were you working alongside too? Were you
I've
still
been
teaching music and French?
Yes, I always tell people that I've been working throughout my life. Like I've never gone to school. Like you're just in school, always, and it has helped me in a way because of that I'm very multitask person. Like because I always do more than one thing at the same time.
And just so people know, I'm in the same church with him. He plays the keyboard. He plays the bass guitar. He knows how to play the flute.
Yeah.
He only told us about playing the keyboard, and it's amazing how he's been able to learn all of these instruments. And he doesn't play the rest as if he's an amateur, like a professional, like proper professional.
Yeah, the interesting story is that when I'm in the legal profession with my fellow lawyers and I tell them that I play piano, they say no, it's not true. Because how can you play piano and still be? I remember one day my dean told me that you don't understand. Then I was playing piano. He said, how can you play piano and still have time and be in quotes like practice the law the way you are doing? I don't even believe.
And sometimes
Yes.
when the bass guitar is not in, you switch.
Yes.
Because you are the multitasked one.
Yes.
And go and play the
And
bass.
go
now.
and play the bass. In fact, the bass was even my first love. I mean,
Wow.
but because, and that's another thing that I tell young people. At times you may not get what you want, but what you have, do it well. Piano is not my first option. Bass is my first option. But I only had piano then. So I took it very seriously, as if that's what I want to do. Good. But those who really know me, I love bass. But of course, at this stage, I'm good at the piano than the bass. But
Right.
I love bass.
Wow. So
And when I'm with my fellow my fellow musician, and I tell them I'm a lawyer, I say, but you too, if you want to lie, know how to lie. I can do that.
So after the law, after the LLB at UPSA,
Yes.
now you went ahead, of course, to the Ghana School of Law.
Yes. So I continued to the Ghana School of Law.
You entered WASCCE.
Yeah. In fact, there's a story about that because we were writing entrance exam and they are still writing entrance exam now. So what happened is, in fact, again, I try as much as possible to do my best, so that, and my policy that I do my best. If it doesn't work, I don't look back and regret. I know that this one is God doesn't want us to work. Yes. So even when I was in my final year, I had one lecturer, Mrs. Gertrude, very wonderful lecturer. So I'll be preparing. I'll write my, the AC and all those things and send it to her. She will look at it and see, like more or less preparing for the entrance exam and all that. Good.
Even whilst we're in
Yes.
the beginning stages.
Yes, I was preparing for the entrance exam, and the day I was going to write the entrance exam, something happened. Because of my music side, because I do music, and I don't think it's just peculiar with me, with most musicians that I know. We hardly forget things. Yes, we hardly forget things. I hardly forget. I just have to read it once, so it will take a long time for me to forget. We hardly forget it because of the music aspect you play. I have like over 1,000 songs in my head.
Memory.
Yes. So there's a way. Yeah, there's a way that your brain is wired because of music and all those things. So, those days they were doing. Now I understand it has changed. You have compulsory questions. Basic compulsory. You know. You don't know. Finish. Come back next year. It's
Wow.
as simple as that. So we had objectives, and then we have compulsory essay. So the morning that I was going to write the paper, I was like, no, I'm tired of law thing, like reading law. So I decided to just read something that is not law. Then I chanced on an article that was written by a professor. And then I read the article. I just read the article.
Let me get you. The morning that you're supposed to go and write the Ghana School of Law entrance exam,
Yes.
you were tired of reading law.
Yes.
Let me read something else to just cool down my mind.
Yes.
So you chanced on this very article.
Yes. And then I read the article. So when I got to the classroom, the article that I read was the answer to the
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Was it a law-related article?
Yeah, it was law related. It was law related. It was the answer to the question.
So you just poured it on the paper.
I just said, I said, this one I did college. How can you fail?
Interesting.
Yes, it was, and that's why I gave you the background of how a musician thinks. And when I told my colleague that I just read this article, he said, Joe, this one you have passed. Because I mean, even if I've read it like a month ago, I'll still remember because of the way my brain works. And we're talking about just reading it this morning. It means that there's no way I would. So when I looked at the thing,
So did you say it's just chance or God was direct?
no, I just told myself that God wanted me to pass this entrance exam. That's what I told
So
myself.
in essence, you're a very spiritual person as well.
Yes, I am.
In as much as you apply yourself so
Yes.
much.
So when it comes to spirituality, I behave as if I look at it as if that's the only option that I have. And when you look at me planning anything, I behave as if there's nothing like spirituality.
Wow.
So that's how I approach life. Kill this one. Then I wasn't too surprised because when I looked at it, I was like, no, this one, I believe I'll pass. There's no way I'll fail. Good. And then I passed.
And you entered the law
Yes,
school.
and then I entered the law school. And then finished the law school and then
And then you passed there.
yes.
You got called to the bar
Yes.
right after.
Yes. I got called to the
And you
bar.
became a lawyer.
Yes. And then I became a lawyer. Then I went because I had interest in teaching. And the minimum requirement was a master's, what you call LLM.
Okay. So you went to
So-
have an LLM?
Yes. So I went to have my first LLM. That was in company and transaction, commercial transaction or commercial practices. Yes, that was my first.
And a second LLM.
And the second one.
A second LLM.
Yeah, second LLM.
So you have two LLMs.
Yeah, I have to.
Somebody who didn't have any certificate till later in his life now had his degree, had his
I have
first
two degrees.
2 degrees.
Yes.
The BA in political science, an LLB,
Yes.
and then now an LLM in company and transactional law,
Yes.
and then another LLM in
Yes. International criminal law.
international criminal law.
Yes.
Wow, it's like God has packed everything that you had lost over these years and just gave it to you.
And I'll be doing more. At least I should have at least 5.
Plus a PhD.
First. At
So
least
long as you
5.
are alive, yet ask for learning.
I should be learning because what else should I be doing? So
Wow.
yes, so that's it. And when I finished, then I went to the school where I teach now. You see, I believe in
When
preparing.
you teach, people would want to know where you
Yeah, I
now
teach
with the
at
law.
UPSC.
Okay, so
And, I
before
teach-
that, how did you get into teaching the law right after? You didn't really finish too long,
Yes,
but now you are
yes.
impacting knowledge to other people.
Yes, very well. So interestingly, I've always loved teaching. Loved teaching. So it was there. So even when I was in school, I was teaching. In fact, when I was at Makola, there are some people that they are very busy. So I made it my occupation. I'll go and teach them in the house and they pay me.
So you learn.
Yes. So I'll go and teach them. I have one that will always say that if the exam at Makola was for you to point at a lecturer for you to pass, you will never pass because he doesn't know any lecture. The only person he knows is me.
Oh.
I'm the only one who comes to teach. He doesn't even attend classes and all those. I wouldn't advise you to do that. So, yes. So I had love for teaching. And that. So and then I believe that at times you have to do things for free as a way of preparing yourself. So when I finished when I was called to the bar, then I walked to one of the lecturers at UPSC. That has helped me. In fact, he signed my reference letter and all that. Then I told him that I've finished. I'm called to the bar, but I want to take your class with you.
Wow.
That was company law.
I want to teach it with you.
Yeah, I want to teach you, and it was for free. So the whole academic year it was for free. I taught for free, and then he said, "Okay, that's fine." So he said I should write to the school. So I wrote to the school and all that, and then I started. So for the first year, I taught for free.
You were teaching for free.
Yeah, I was
But
teaching for free.
so how were you making money?
And then
Your French and music.
yes, then I was called to the bar already. So I was, and I was with legal aid, and I'm still with legal. I still do cases for legal aid. I was legal aid. So I was getting they were not paying. I mean, they don't pay. It was I wasn't a staff of legal aid, but at least I was getting something small from maybe transportation and all that. So that's how I was getting my money. And I'm a very frugal person as well. So I'm not too much like, maybe because of my background. So maybe if I get something small,
You're good.
I'm good. I'm good to go.
But I know you are very okay. I know you personally. So
Oh.
yes.
Yeah. So then I decided to go and do the teaching for free. So I was doing the teaching for free, and then when you see, because I'm already in the system, then where the opportunity came up, I just applied.
So when you were teaching for free,
Yes.
vacancy
Yeah, there's a
came up.
vacancy. Yes,
So you
came up.
applied
So
to
and
take.
other people applied. That day, that year, we were taking. I think a number of us were taken. So it wasn't like me alone being taken. Like it was open to the general public, and then everyone applied, and I applied as well. So then I was called for the interview because then I had the requirement and everything. So I went for the interview, and because I was in the system of teaching already, it was more or less like easier because they knew me already.
Yeah, we know him.
Yes, and I told you something. Even though I was teaching for free, you see, I mean, I was very frequent. Like it wasn't like, oh, I come when I can come. Like
Teaching as though you were permanent staff.
yes, like I was like the school belongs to me. Like I was the founder of the school. So by the time I was attending the interview, they all observed, my
guy,
commitment, and then so it was a bit easier if I could put it that way. So I went through the processes, and God being so good.
You are not a substantive lecturer.
Yeah. I'm a full-time
At
lecturer.
BPSA.
Yeah, at the BPSA, and I teach criminal law. I teach Ghana legal system, and then I teach bit of company, and then this year I was giving jurisprudence. So
Wow.
we'll see how it goes. So that is it. But I believe that you should be able to teach everything. So anything that comes my way, I just take it, and then I will, learning, researching, and then preparing, and then
Right. And it shows in the way you're always trying to add value to yourself, because somebody would ask, so why did you go to do another LLM in this, LLM in that? So in a way, you're trying to say that, okay, I know I'll be doing this thing. I'll be teaching other people. So let me go and then get that knowledge,
Yes.
so that when the time comes for me to impact, I'll be able to do that.
Yes.
This is a very beautiful story. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still having a conversation with lawyer John Baptist Ayedze. And his story is one that I really, really inspires me. But we are almost at the end of the conversation. So, lawyer, please, any word, what's your mantra? That's number one. What are your words to any young person right now who's watching you? They feel like, Charlie, they are late. They don't know their purpose in life. Because I don't know whether you knew your purpose. You were just trying things along the way.
Yeah.
And then things were just
Absolutely.
falling in place.
Yes.
So what was your mantra? What lessons have you learned along the way up to now that you think would benefit anybody out there that is watching you today?
Okay, lesson number one: you need people to get wherever you want.
You
to
need
get
people.
To. Yes.
You can't do it alone.
Yes, know how to treat people
Know how to treat people.
because you need them.
You need them.
Yes. A number of people have really helped me, even in my legal profession. Some of them are judges, and then Judge Sedina. She's one of them. She's then at the circuit court level. Yes, she's
right.
one of them. And then Dr. Ernest Dapa, he has been one of them. Someone I called, and then I remember those days to help you and all those things. And I got close to him because he was organizing free classes, and he was very committed. It was free yet committed all the time. I said, oh, so I looked for his number. I said, this man has something. So I got very close to him. So I called him, and then I seek advice from him. Oh, I want to do this. What do you think you should do? And it's okay. Do it this way. Do it this way. Do it that way. So these are people who has really helped me, and I try to do the same thing. So number one, as I was saying, you always need people, and because you need people, you must try as much as possible to be in a position, to help. I deal with students, all right. So every week I talk to more than 500 or 600 students, weekly basis. I mean, putting all my classes together. Good. And then you can tell that these days, my office is open to students, and some of them, based on their weaknesses and others, I have extra classes for them. Yes. So I meet them and then give them assignments and all that. And I don't know, for some strange reason, it's like some lecturers don't know. So at times, this lecturer will call me, John, I have this student. He has an issue. Please, can you step in and help for me and all those things. So I do that because someone has helped me. A lot of people have helped me. That's why I'm here today. So I'm always ready to
Help other people.
yeah, to help other people.
So you're passing on the baton,
Yes.
just like you've also been helped.
Yes. And hard work.
Hard work. That's number two, I'm sure.
Yes. Hard work. So you have to put in a lot of effort. I've noticed that maybe because of the age of technology and all those, it's like young people, they say all the right things, but they do all the wrong things most of the times. Maybe they listen to DJ Brian Tracy and all those. So they say big things like, those things. Say, wow, yes, yes, and all those things. But you get closer to them, you see that they do the opposite of what they say. So
they are saying things and then they are doing other things.
Yes. So those who know me know that I care less about what you say. I look at what
Just do.
Yes. Just get it done. Just get it done. It's result. I'm more result oriented, and it takes a lot of hard work. Consistency. You have to.
Is that at the third point then? Consistency.
Yes. Yeah, consistency. You may not get it at the first. So the story looks maybe like something, but I had my own failures. Yes, I had my own
You can
failures.
share some of that.
Oh yes. So even the last
ACCA thing was more or less like
it was a disaster. that was a serious disaster. That was one of them. And then when I was even at the law school, I failed one course. That was interpretation. Because I thought I shouldn't fail. But so we all have our failures. We all have our shortcomings, and at times you may not get it at the first trial. For me, once I've decided this is what I want to do, I keep on trying till I get, because I believe that the best revenge in life is success.
Success.
Yes.
Just succeed. Bro.
If people say that you can't do it, I'll not come and be arguing with you. Just watch me do it. I'll do it, and then you look at it. So consistency. Have a plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to get to, and work at it. Intentionally work at it every day when you wake up in the morning. This way. Okay. So what I do is that at times I even go to the beach or somewhere very quiet just to think, just to plan. Okay, what do I have? What do I want to do? How do I get to what I want to do? What do I have to do every day to get to what I want to do? And I don't know if it's unique to me, but if I say that, okay, every morning I want to do this, I'm not the type that, we'll start today, tomorrow, and then the next time you will not see me again. No, I'm not. So that, because of that, I'm very selective. And that is another thing. I don't, at times they will say, oh, John, I want you to do this. I say, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Even though the person may think that, but you should be able to do this and not that. So I'm sorry, I can't do it. But when I say I want to do it, it means I have to do it. And you can't do everything. So very selective on what you want to do. And then make sure that every day you put the effort. And then with time you.
Wow. Thank you so much for all these pieces of advice that you have given us. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been me having a conversation with lawyer John Baptist Ayedze, who is currently a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Prague. And there are so many things about him, but
A number of them have been very instrumental. Starting with the one who brought me to Accra. Because if I was still to be in the village, I don't think I would be who I am today. So starting with him. So that's Mr. John Ejire Crawford. Yeah. Then when I got to the Legon, then I happened to meet very wonderful people. I spoke about Professor Free and his family already, and another person that has really been very helpful is Franklin Elebly. Franklin is Franklin Eleblu.
Mm.
Yes. He's a music director at LIC, and he's a director with IT Consortium. Very wonderful person. Very, very, very wonderful person. Franklin.
Why does it stand out for you?
Number one, Franklin is someone who he believes in me. All right. He's ready to do everything for me. He has told me several times, John, even if I have to go and borrow money, I'll do that for you. He's one person who pay my school fees by force.
Mm.
Yes. And he's Franklin is a very wise person as well. Not just the financial aspect, but Franklin is a very wise person. Franklin is one that will advise you on what to do. Up to now, I call him international lawyer.
Wow.
Because I think that he's even more than a lawyer.
Wow.
I call him international counsel. That's how I call him. I call him co-counsel and all those things. So he's very wise. Franklin is very wise. So he has been there from the one because he knew my beginning. And because he knew my beginning and he has seen my progress. And I told myself that no, this guy is going somewhere and I would help this guy to go through. So he's been one of the friends that I've had for a very long time. I've been friends with Franklin for more than 50 years.
Wow.
Or even 20 years, because I met it should be in 2005, 2006. Up to now, we are very close. I talk to him, and so Franklin has been very good. Of course, my current pastor as well. I told you about the money, so he too has been very, very good. And there are other people. Yes, Nathan, Anobi. So there are other people that I meet every now and then. Even with my faculty, lecturers have been very good to help you, to teach you, and then tell you, okay, this is how you do it. So yes, that's it. So for me, Franklin, I'm telling you, he's I mean, at times I ask myself where I don't think I'll be where I am today without Franklin. Really. So he's been very instrumental. That's why I even have a speech in my room.
What time would allow us to discuss today, and hopefully we'll be able to come your way with another conversation that will inspire you to always aim for the best. My name is Ayedze. Bye bye.